How do you do, folks, on this fine Saturday? Meowdy Golden, how goes life? And do you have any interesting tidbits to report the local world? What's even going on with Boogie these days? Is he still the laughing stock of the local podcast? Because I don't know. Ever since he got battered in the ring by Wings of Redemption, he's kind of just been a pushover, and pretty much accepted that he's the fifth wheel on the show, and it's pretty much there to farm content off of him. Like even the Wings has pretty much had, well, the true to his name, a redemption arc, and he's kind of been riding off that victory in the ring, and Donkey and Boogie, well, veering eyes off of him, despite some small drama. Anywho, we have a little bit of a late start tonight, but that's okay because I've been planning on splitting this playthrough into 2 extra parts. So tonight, as a bare minimum, we're gonna go through episode 3, and I will save the DLC, which makes up for an extra episode 4, for another stream. Because, as we've established, these Boltgun maps are pretty chunky. They do go on for a while, especially if I go to the extra lengths of exploring them and secret hunting. So, we're gonna take our sweet time. No rush. Oh, really? Are there any prominent ones that have become the target of mockery? The kennel kickers? Well, you know, it's about to go good when you have a whole stable formed around the idea of targeting a locale, and the irony is that they eventually have a bullseye planted on them. I think this is where we last left off. Seems correct. Galvanic Forge Shrine. Frosty knows more about them. I'll be sure to pull him by the tongue when he shows up. Cyrex. Whoa. That's a name I haven't heard tossed around in a while. How's that fella doing? Wait up, haven't we done this map already? This looks oddly familiar. Oh yeah, we should do Grand Elevator instead. Sorry. Now I remember. There we go. We're starting off with big fella, huh? This is gonna be a bit all the worth. Figures he'd pull a fast one on me. The positive is that we got more than enough room to play around with him. I've actually, since our last stream of Boltgun, looked up some threads on the Steam forums. Oh, hang on, we got a text-to-speech going on.
Began to swell and overflow from his eyes as the light in Zero's round manbot chesticles began to fade. I should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light, he screamed at the top of his lungs. Dr. Doom chuckled as he called on Sentinel and the traitorous Virgil for backup to finish the job.
What Mugen fan fiction is this? How you doing, man? You've been pursuing another Yakuza game lately, haven't you? How's that been coming along? Oh, nice. Did you enjoy it? Was it like different enough from the usual Yakuza format? Well, it hasn't really been since 7 that they really tossed the entire fundamentals upside down. Well, I mean, eventually they actually did start going a little outside the typical comfort zone. Yeah, true. I remember from playing Kiwami that fighting particular enemies that you can combo consistently does disrupt the flow of the game quite significantly. I didn't particularly enjoy that part. What do you have in mind coming up soon? Man, one of these days I should pick up another Yakuza. I still have Zero in my library, and that's not the most recent remaster, but the classic variation. Which I'm sure is more than a perfectly fine game. Oh, nice. They still let me backtrack in case I want to look around for potential secrets or upgrades. And you know what? If we're gonna be going to another part of the hangar, might as well grab some shields and health. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. Oosh. That was such a... What's the word I'm looking for? It was pretty sluggish. Yeah. Which, I mean... The Yakuza games don't exactly have, like, the most super intense combat system where shit just goes crazy left and right, but you don't want to, like, exactly make it too slow either. It's just one of those series where I feel like you gotta hit that fine balance. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes simple is good. You don't need a whole lot going on. The final fight in Kiwami is cool. It had a good pacing, and you had to rely on a good mix of parries and landing your own combos. Really enjoyed that quite a bit. Not to mention that it also had that cinematic layer surrounding it, so it really made the whole final clash feel epic. True. I mean, there's a reason why Final Fight, Streets of Rage, and any good classic arcade beat 'em up just has so much replayability value, because you can pick those up, particularly if you have a friend, to enjoy co-op side by side, and anyone is a blast. Which also makes it understandable why there is a resurgence of that kind of game genre. People crave for good beat 'em ups. But I was hanging out with my buddy in Portugal, and we went to a place he frequents with retro games. We took a little while to play some classic Metal Slug on an arcade cabinet, and while it wasn't an optimal experience, there was a bit of jank to the controls. Still had a fun time. Oh, really? Okay, I mean, the area we're in seems like it's gonna throw me another big arena fight. We got no shortage of health nor shields. Plenty of ammo too. Oh, there's gotta be some kind of weapon buff someplace. Probably not in plain sight. It's either gonna be one of these containers or some room. Someplace in the corner where it's not immediately apparent. Yeah, there we go. No, this is extremely new-gen Doom-coded. The fact that we have quote-unquote floating platforms that we can use to hop around the arena for extra mobility. See, that's what I like about Boltgun. It knows what it wants to be. It knows what sort of inspiration it derives from. It doesn't try to reinvent the wheel, and you don't have to. As long as you follow a specific schematic. Maybe put like a different coat of paint on it. Fine polish it, and good to go. Hey, Frosty. How's it going, bud? I was told by Golden to consult you on a group of Sykes detractors known as kennel kickers. You know anything about those fellas? Oh, I knew it. Oh boy, that means it's gonna be a free phase arena brawl. It's all starting to come together. I see. I was curious about them because I did ask Golden if there were any new developments surrounding Boogie. And the moniker came up, so I figured you'd be able to elaborate a little further on the inner workings of the extensive local community. Now, you could make the argument that the violence in this game is over the top, because I just absolutely mowed down that Chaos Marine and turned him into mincemeat, but you try and convince me that if you actually had a chain gun in real life, and you went absolutely ballistic, even on a mannequin, it would not turn into Swiss cheese in a matter of seconds. Oh, I didn't even have a plasma gun. It's a little unusual. No, let's save out the heavy ammo for now. I bet you we're gonna be seeing some tanky mobs coming up in the upcoming 2 waves. So I want all my firepower immediately accessible. Could use with some extra shields, so don't mind if I do. Plenty of health kits so far, so yeah, things are looking pretty okay thus far. More importantly, we still have 5 more secrets. Should be at least one. You're not telling me there isn't a single weapon buff anywhere around. I am very glad that after the initial, was it like 3 missions or so? Yeah. We had some crazy bloom going on, a lot of yellow and orange making up the environments. And it was getting a little painful on the eyes. So I do appreciate a more approachable color scheme. Granted, we're pretty much in a Quake tech base, warehouse area, however you want to call it. The question whether counts as a grapple point. Does that mean I can actually hop on top of it somehow? Ooh, hang on a minute. That could be a potential secret, now I think about it. Something to let me hop between these cranes. That does look feasible. Let's try a dash and jump. Oh, dash worked just fine. Bingo. Vortex nades don't come around easily. But probably wanna hold on to that until things get real messy. That did nothing. Lock on for some reason. Ooh, nice jump there, buddy. That's a small little fries this time around. We're not starting off with an insane raid just yet, like some of the maps do. Guess we're saving all the brunt force for the actual spawned in arena fights. Which, you know, we do have another one coming up. Now they picked up this Poipal key. Imagine being called a nurgling. That almost feels like a slur. It probably is. In universe. Outside of its, you know, the description of a group of chaos monsters. No ridiculous pulls from the GFL web event today. I think I already pushed my luck insanely as is. I mean, I got like 4 orange tickets over the past of few days, which is probably more than some people get throughout the entirety of these kind of runs. It's already like way better than what I got through Voice web event. But that was a thing. That's the one I do recommend keeping track of, because while it is wholly RNG based, I mean, like I said, you can get some ridiculous results from just drawing, basically, spending less than a few minutes stretching Cheyenne. Well, on Thursday we should get confirmation what's gonna be our next banner. Probably just Sextons this time around. Following the trend of smaller event and then next big story-related segment. Gotta remember to do Dawn Forger Part 2 and Liushi's story throughout this week. I always save this stuff for pretty much the last week while it's up, which is not necessarily a bad strategy, but then you can't help but notice, but especially these big boy events start extending in duration. Like one VEN cutscene goes on for a bit, and before you know it, 2 hours have passed, and you've completed like 3 notes. Apparently put a dent. And while I don't mind, because I've generally been engrossed in GFL's narrative, like I'm really looking forward to see what's going on with Iliad when that drops on Global. It's very time consuming, yes. Contrary to what you expect from the gacha format, which is like, oh, you just hop on every day, spend like 20 minutes doing your routine, get the rewards, and then sayonara. You know, I have friends who juggle 3 or 4 gachas, and I can't help but wonder, how do you distribute your time across that many games of this genre? I mean, if you're not employed, sure, you can definitely fit that in your not so busy schedule. But once you're starting off, and actually have to get through whole chunks of story-related stuff, it's gonna take at least a couple of months to reach a point where, for the most part, you're only signing in to do your daily/weeklies, and only really get invested once the next big patch drops. Well, here's the thing. There's one dude that I know who splits his time between Uma Musume, Genshin, and Zenless, and still has time to play other stuff. Which is kind of nuts when you think about it, because Hoyoverse games in particular, those are the ones that have a actual world you can explore, so it takes more time to actually go for your repeating duties. Like, it's not a menu-based system where you can just jump from screen to screen in a matter of seconds. Push autoplay and good job. Mission accomplished. The whole reason why I got invested into Genshin in the first place, my first gacha I ever tried, was that it put a good facade of seeming like I'm playing a real video game, where I can actually explore the world and interact with my surroundings. But once you play for a little bit and realize that, for the most part, what you're doing is pretty mechanical, and there's not much actual thinking going into it, yeah, it's the same streamlined process, but in a different coat of paint. I mean, it really was just that when the game released, because if you look at the Mondstadt and the Liyue, those environments were just pretty much Breath of the Wild. It wasn't until Inazuma when your environments started getting more variety and visual distinction. Kind of funny to think about how the first big gacha that try and emulate an actual playstyle went for Breath of the Wild as its source DNA, and now we have gacha-based GTA clones just going full open world in scale. I'll leave the pleasure of handling the bot to you guys. I know you get that bit of adrenaline rush once you get to extend your authority as a mod. It's fine, I do too. Speaking of GTA, can't wait for the new wave of clones when 6 finally comes out. It's definitely not gonna be Saints Row, because that series is oh, super dead. But perhaps a new studio will come up and they will be up to the challenge. I don't use the mobile app much. Pretty much the main reason why I installed it in the first place was just to get through the verification process, because they're pretty asinine about you having the app. Ooh. I guess that will open once I hit the yellow switch. Definitely could have some fun with that quad damage. Gauntlet locked inside. Wait, did I have the melter gun? Huh. Okay, so all I need to fill up my armor again is the plasma cannon. Ooh, hey. Nice. To close off the gacha discourse, because I got a little sidetracked, I'm perfectly fine with just playing GFL. I think one that you commit to is more than enough. If I were to pick up second one by any means, it would either be the P5 one, since I'm already quite invested in Persona 5, or I would give Nikkei a shot. Just because I keep hearing that it also has a great story. But we don't really have to do that because, well, I will experience some of that shift up quality soonish. Because, you bet Stellar Blade is gonna be next game of rotation after we're done with Boltgun. One little prep work I will have to do is I'm planning to open up my PC case and clean up tomorrow. It's been a little while since I dusted it off. Because, well, I don't necessarily anticipate Stellar Blade to be a super demanding game specs-wise. It'd be good to have my PC running at full potential, in case the streaming factor also comes into play and we need to use a little more resources than usual. Does Nikkei also have minigames that try to deviate from the typical arcade shooter? Like what GFL does in its themed events? Ah, you can scam this section. Be killing these guys beforehand. Okay. See, this is a reason. We brought some intense firepower. Oh, jeez. Oh, this is gonna be a doozy. Nope, hang on. We need the super powerful kill everything gun. If there's any good use for it, it's now. Melt. Oh, that wasn't too bad. Just, didn't really expect a bus to show up. See, probably could ask, Silver or, I think Kohi also plays, Nikkei? That's pretty neat. Get a little automated train system running down there. Kwazak is an interesting character because I'll see him play a gacha one day that he did not brought up in any capacity before, and he's already like deep into it. Like before you know it, he's already deep into Blue Archive or Uma Musume. It's true, he keeps a low profile and works from the shadows. I don't really have major interest in Blue Archive, but I will admit it produces some very funny memes. There we go. I'll need to try and position myself close to that room over there. Or was it a different one I'm thinking of? No, the other one. The one that's gonna open up the moment we hit the yellow key switch. Yeah, that did happen, didn't it? And eventually it did release, but the hype did die down. I think the most uneventful Steam launch was still Granblue. Because essentially what they did is just made a whole separate client where you can't carry your progress over. So you have to start fresh, and that just instantly killed the majority of interest. It's true, because for the most part you're going to be catering to an already existing player base. If you wanted to gain new fans, it's going to be a lot of times through word of mouth, because they'll see their friends playing Granblue, look over their shoulders, and be like, huh, what's this game? Looks neat. It's okay though. With Gramble we already have Versus and Reeling, so no real need to concern ourselves with a gacha. That guy just decided to end it all. Oh boy. There's a lot going on here. Oh, and that guy's back. Yeah, really need that, power up. Could only find the room where it is. Oof. That's what I kind of hate, when things get a little too hectic and no idea where to look. Because I'm like, was it on a lower level, on a higher one? Oh, there we go. I think? No? Shoot. Well, I mean, some extra paths did open up. to give me more space. So that's nice, but still, I would like the big boy damage, please. And of course, when I really need it, I don't remember where it's located. I mean, truthfully, I could definitely win this by just using my existing ammo, but it's gonna take longer. Nice. Ooh, this is such a maze. Oh, you bastard. Nope. No. Talk about poor timing. See, this is where all that health and armor that became accessible is really appreciated. This is why I would like to have the damage boost. I'm so agitated by the fact I don't remember where that room is. Watch me bump into it when I'm already done cleaning this place. That's likely what's gonna happen. I already picked up a lot of shields, so we're mostly gonna have to carry this through health pickups. Oh. Wrong move. Graciously, it wasn't an insta-kill. Right. Ooh, that was painful. Oh my god, my health. There's so many plague toads now. Remember, there's still that unclean one roaming this arena someplace. Not doing too hot. Oh, yikes. Yikes. Whew, thank the Emperor. I actually have, and it cracks me up because it's true. Modern day Cortana looks awful. People are actually going out of their way to mod her to look more like Cortana in the OG games. And they're doing God's work. Okay. Helped a little bit. Such is the wrath of modern game female video game character design, buddy. Not even holograms can escape the wrath of Western devs. Oh, I shouldn't have wasted about. It's fine. Okay. Where's that fat ass? I know there's a big ol' unclean one somewhere that needs to be, oh, speak of. This is good because I can use the container here. Hide from those shockwaves. Or I could just jump. Also acceptable. Well, the Nurglings are gonna keep coming in as long as the unclean one remains at large. Large and in charge. Oh my god! I've been very upset that that just destroyed me instantly. Maybe I should stop playing around and just, you know, I think the situation calls for it. Come on. Get out of the way, I need to get rid of this dude. There we go. I'd say, barring the Sorcerer fight that we had at the end of episode 2, this is so far one of the most intense combat sequences yet. And true enough, I get plenty of health and shields to compensate. But oof, it is ridiculously easy to get got if you're not paying attention. Couple of strays here and there, but for the most part, we made it. missed one pickup somewhere, but that's okay. Hey, I expected as much. Big guns never tire. These gun batteries can bring down anything in the Imperium's fleet, and they're pointed directly at Greya. Kill the heretics controlling them before they can decimate the planet. You don't need to tell me twice. Gun batteries are operational. Chrontal armaments include approximately 5,000 batteries of equivalent scale, large-scale tactical cogitation engines, something. And how rude. Wouldn't even let me finish reading. Starting off on a purge already, are we? Frog. Oh, me and my dad had a fine meal today. We went to get steaks, and we ordered a platter consisting of 3 small pieces from different parts of the cow. So we had rump, sirloin, and one more. I'm not particularly picky when it comes to the cut of meat I'm served. Like, you know, there's definitely a difference between rump and sirloin because the former tends to be tougher. But if you cook it just right, which for me is always going to be medium rare, I'll enjoy a good steak regardless of what part of the cow it comes from. Yep, that was inconsequential. Over there, you say. Oh, okay. You missed this part. You know, it wasn't until lately that I've learned of Phoenix Point, the XCOM spiritual successor, helmed by one of the original devs who made his own studio. It's a completely different game, not attached to the Firaxis new gen XCOM titles. It looks very similar at first glance, mind you, but different studio altogether, and slightly different presentation. Vincent actually recommended that to me, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? Sounds very interesting on the premise. Apparently they do some very cool management options in this game. Like faction alignments. And different outcomes depending on which human parties you align yourself with throughout the course of a game run. It's nice to know that XCOM has been doing fairly well. I did only play a little bit of the first of the new gen titles. I did find it pretty neat. 2 I haven't really touched, but I do plan to at some point, because that's the one that has a lot of customization. And you can mod the hell out of it, because you know, I'm gonna turn it into an actual Gears Frontline game, where they have plenty of character models floating about. Makes me wonder if Phoenix Point has anything in that capacity. Of course. Yikes. At one point I would just eat a lot of damage out of seemingly nowhere. And that's the end of the run. Now we need to rectify that. Some shields. Get the hell out of here, ideally. Whoops! I slipped. What? Why did it save me here? That's weird. And while I'm near dead too. I hate plague toads. I hate plague toads. They hit like a truck. Have we not finished the purging yet? I didn't get a prompt from my skull friend, so I am a little worried. Fair enough. Do we even need to fight those guys? I don't think so. Pretty much mostly there just to whittle down my resources. Right, compared to the prior level, we've changed the pacing up significantly from large extensive arenas to claustrophobia galore. That's awesome. You gotta admit, it was a pretty sick transition, and my complaints of claustrophobia have been addressed. Because now we got a lot of room to feel more comfortable in. Don't feel comfortable around these guys, though. Oh dear God. Have I had something going on by sticking back there? No. Way too much enemy concentration. Turn myself into a sitting duck. kind of inefficient when I could just climb on top of a crate and they can do jack shit to me. That looked like it was gonna fry my CPU for a moment there. With how intense the screen shake was getting. Already out of big healing, this does not bode well. Nope, just have to work with what we have. It is not finished, don't lie to me. We still have amphibians trying to end me. Multiple disgusting creatures of Chaos Allegiance. Now I can feel a little more comfortable. Come on. Let me in there. Oh, well, I mean, kudos to me for working that out without the quad damage. It looked like it should have done something important. All right. Pretty much Pick this place clean. These are some of the most fun sticky nades I've seen in a first-person shooter. It gives me extreme satisfaction to just plant a bunch on a Chaos Marine and watch him blow up to smithereens. Uh-oh. I would love to, but the lift is... Oh. And here I thought I was dealing with a glitch. But no. It was genuinely a scripted event. Good on you, game, for messing with me like that. Love me a good atmospheric hallway and love me a good set piece. Something environmental storytelling. Death is honor. The station's mausoleum, the most whole mechanicus remains from the crown's attendants, are interred here. A grim forebear of what is to come if we do not halt this foul incursion. Heroes of the Empire interred within. Destruction of structures with mausoleum is heresy. Well, if I'm involved, we'll blame it on collateral damage. The cultists are gonna get billed for the repair work anyhow. Some more futuristic Gothic architecture. Big fan. Feel right at home. I know it seems wasteful, but how many times exactly have you seen me use the plasma cannon recently? Yeah, that's what I thought. We've hit 2 dead ends thus far. So there is gonna be backtracking involved. With the better weapons you gradually received later on, it's actually easy to forget how efficient this gun, despite its slow rate of fire, is against mid-range difficulty enemies. Certainly convenient to pull out when not a whole lot is going on, and I'd rather keep my other ammo for more hectic fights. Ooh, hey. Horrors. And here I thought the game already forgot about you. I certainly did. There are certainly some enemies I haven't seen in a minute crawling out of the woodwork. Oh, you... I mean, I respect the commitment, but you literally have to take me down with you. See, they're being sleazy by spawning enemies in front and behind me. So it will seem more sensible to hold back for a while. Because that way, they can't flank me. I'm not gonna get it yet, because OBA is full. Can I even pick it up? No. But good to save for a rainy day. Oh shit. Here we go again. Oh, nope. I'm not going there just yet. That's a little too intense. Nice. So it wasn't just paranoid, there was in fact another guy over here. The fact that occasionally you'll see a little monster closet baked into a first-person shooter. I can't help but shit a tear of nostalgia. Ass too fat to squeeze through that hallway. feel like I'm walking past all the pickups so far. And again, I haven't really seen any places where they could have been planted. That's a nice deposit. Let's keep a stack of mortar rounds in the mausoleum in case, I don't know, there's an invasion occurring like right now. I'm pleasantly surprised there's nothing immediately here to try and eat my face when I peek out. Ah yes, we definitely backtracked. Yeah, it's all starting to look familiar. Ooh, hang on. How do we get this pickup? Ah. The game rarely lets you interact with surfaces like this, so it really just catches me off guard every single time. Very few instances where I actually have to interact with the wall like that. So, I can at least feel good about finding one secret. I would definitely like some high ground here if it can be helped. Wait, already? That... Huh. Look about a surprising twist. Look how enormous this place is. I was genuinely expecting a way longer sequence. Okay. A good going, Amy. You actually pulled a fast one on me. Whoop. What the hell happened there? Not quite how I wanted it to go. Should like get some health maybe. Ow. That hurts. Hurts quite a bit. Can you not? Whoosh. It's gonna be kind of a miracle if I can actually win this. They keep spawning in. Once again, a very, very close situation. I will admit, this game, especially here in episode 3, loves to raise your adrenaline levels. Raise? A spike. And I can't say I don't exactly like it. It is a good dopamine boost. Especially if you can put through a particularly tough fight like that with no significant damage upgrades. It's just you and your base guns for all they're worth. "20 minutes for a level this late is actually quite short." Furnace of Damnation. The Sorcerer has done something profane to the warp drive. A beam of chaotic energy is being vented directly into the sun. Ascend the device and reach the Sorcerer. Oh, don't you worry. I'm gonna have a war with that bastard. I will admit, I got a little tricked by the cultist grunts, because I thought to myself, oh, it's probably just them. Nope. But she had Marines in here too. This is super late of a discovery on my part, but remember how those aspiring champions gave me a lot of grief because they didn't quite know how to stop their transformation? Well, just keep pressing left on the heavy boulder and watch their limbs detach from the rest of the body. Embrace the carnage at its finest. Okay, it's never too late to refine your gameplay strategies. Think about for how many years, decades at this point, people have been playing classic Doom, and they still find new tech to this day. And this is all keeping in mind the fact that we've essentially deconstructed the code for the original Doom that we understand on a technical level. We can attribute monster behavior to individual frames of movement and how they're gonna react depending on how many ticks have passed. It's actually pretty crazy how far we've come. This room in particular, and I know I've brought up the game before, but needs to be said again. Quake coded. Yeah, this is the room that will be packed in a deathmatch, and people will just be blasting at each other with rocket launchers. Wait, what? What do you want me to? There's stuff down there. Mortis. Nice Faith reference there. Well, pal. Okay, keeps insisting that I go over there, but why? What am I missing exactly? there a switch I'm not seeing? Oh, this room. Okay, we get a good view on the starting position down there. Continuity maintained. Uh-oh. Too late. Yeah, it can be fancy too sometimes. I'll take this over dealing with plague toads. I've had more than enough of those guys. Great boost. It did nothing. Assume this is where I get that red key that I need. Oh, hey, hang on, we could have a little fun here, potentially, if they'll cooperate. No? Man. That's a little boring. Here I was hoping to get crushers to work for me. I almost noticed too, like, who I was dealing with there. Genuinely praying to the chainsaw not to kill the champion prematurely. Now, the Nurgling shooting gallery was fun and all, but we didn't need the Plague Toad. No one invited you here, buddy. Yes, the big one, yes, definitely. I may have picked that crate up a little too early, but, you know. Monkey brain saw a shiny object and was like, yeah, just nab it. Not a care in the world. Anything else noteworthy in here before I go to the electric field? There's a shitload of ammo lying around, may as well. think I'll be going way out there, because I can see at least one ammo stash. Yeah, that didn't take long. For the life of me, I could not tell what was dealing damage. Okay, buddy, if you're not gonna come out, I'm just gonna snipe you from here. Frankly, I do want to climb back up there, since we have the mega health pickup untouched. Now that is resourcefulness at its finest. Another one? Did Yoria decide to activate? What is going on? Hang on, this debris is a little iffy. It looked like it had the potential to do some insane G1 ragdolls. This is unfortunate, to say the least. Yep. One was already quite a lot, but two? Well, they're not holding back for the final stretch, are they? Seems like there's still more tech base to be carried. You heard the man. Let the Persian begin. He's going for a almost that simple kind of layout from Doom 2, where you have this outer layer you can retreat. Oh, hell no. Okay. Okay. See, we're ending things with a bang. No, sir, as the classic quote goes, it insists upon itself. Okay. That's where all the big guns come in to help me out. Either we're gonna top it off with the Sorcerer, or this is our prelude to the next map featuring our fight with him. The last one. Let's see. Okay, he wants us to go... I was gonna say for the portal. Who's even shooting me still? I'm gonna save. No idea. If this is what we're meant to be doing, or not. Oh, no, wait, I see. We're not meant to be jumping into the fire, but on a platform above it, way over there. Sure didn't click with me at first. Now we can leave. No fear. Your crusade draws to a close. The final battle is at hand. Heretics and demons pollute the command decks. Eliminate the Sorcerer, reclaim the fragment, and put an end to this heresy. Ooh, 10 whole secrets. This is gonna be a big one. Like any good final level, it's starting off. They're pretty much giving us access to all the weapons. Not that we need them. Everything did carry over. Not still. We'll nab them for the funsies. Prepare armament for final confrontation. Cogiting service outcome. Gratitude. Whoa, look at that. Great skybox. I'm gonna have a look around first because I want to know whether the idea here is to soften them up. It could be. Oh boy. He's put a shield on the unclean one. Which I think is scripted to happen. So yeah, that Pet Boy has to die first if you want to make any progress. For now I have to pay attention to him because of the shockwave attack. Ooh, look at how much damage the Graph Cannon deals. Love to see it. As long as I stay out of sight of the laser, I should be okay. Unfortunately, they're gonna still keep on spawning, it seems. I don't know where my arch nemesis went for now. The hell? Oh! You bastard! This is fine so far. Interestingly, we're getting some infighting by piling them together like that, which is good. Now we can focus on the Sorcerer alone. Of course, there's gonna be a phase 2. That'd be a little too easy, no, wouldn't it? Bear in mind, there's at least 8 more power-ups here hidden around. It will be definitely good to come across them. Oh, am I really surprised he's summoning the angel now? Not really. As much as I would love to sweep in and grab some resources from the middle of the arena, that's where things are a little too hectic right now. Come on, let me through. Please? Actually shocked that worked. Alright, maybe now I can focus a little more on these two chuckle fucks. Wherever they are. Man. Stay put, will ya? Need to melt him immediately. Hey, come down there. No hitting me while I'm behind the wall, Buster. Cheating is fine, but only when I'm allowed to do it. Except for another ballsy maneuver. Okay, Angel Man down. Now for this slippery sod. As I was saying, I need to take down the Sorcerer. Hello. Things are not looking good shields-wise, but I got some decent grav gun ammo now. So as long as I can find that douchebag, get a good zap on him. Seeing a big Chaos Marine congregation, I don't like it. My frame rate, please. Oh, close, close, close. That was not enough, was it? Nope. Duel you alone, he says, while summoning more shit. That was a big fat lie. It's okay, and I have the dilemma of, do I run into the center of the arena where there's a lot going on? Kinda need the health and shields, whether I like it or not. This is most troublesome. so far I'm kind of safe down here, but don't want to overdo it. Especially since I see more mobs slowly approaching my position. That bought me a little more time. He's over here. Maybe? No, no. Off the leg. We are working some crazy miracles here, gentlemen, just to make this work. Oh, I can't even get a peep to see where that bastard is hanging out. More so than a shot. Where even is he? Wait, we might be running out of enemies soon. That's kind of a good thing, actually. never mind. I'm gonna hang around near this stash. Some emergency heals in case I need them. Alright, this is desirable, I'd say. The toad needs to screw off. Wait, don't I have a black hole grenade? I could throw at the Sorcerer. Although it might be a little too late for that spot. Because he's already almost dead. Yo! Victory.
Excellent work. With the Sorcerer defeated and the Mechanicus device destroyed, we bought Grya time. Now give me the fragment. It must be contained. Without this to power the device, the warp rift will begin to close itself. But this isn't over. The scars of chaos run deep. Who knows what foul entities linger here and on Grya? There are still heretics to purge. Ready your weapon.
Coming soon in Forges of Corruption. Very soon indeed. I mean, we got that DLC. You know, strangely enough, even though the third bout with the Sorcerer was a pure endurance run, and 3 phases taken into account, that was still easier the second time we squared off with him. You just had infinitely more resources and space to your advantage. Hang on. We might have a banger here. Surely this is not DMCA, we can just let it play out. It's gotta be original track for the game. Not bad at all. I'm digging this riff. Let's see. We're 3 hours in. I'm actually hesitant about the idea of following up with Fortress of Corruption, because no idea how long that might take. I assume it will be another 3 or 4 hours, It seems like it's about 5 or 6 maps, so shorter than your average vanilla game campaign. But we already seen just how extensive these levels can get. So I think we'll probably end it here and dedicate a whole separate session to the downloadable content. I will say this much. If it's more of what we experience in the base game, let me at him. This was a treat. I generally don't really have any major complaints, besides maybe the way some encounters are structured. But even then, most fights, even if they're teeth grinding difficult, have plenty of resources to counter the sheer number of mobs you have to mow down and the bosses. So it's tough, but fair. There's also a horde mode option. I mean, before I head off, I could give this a shot. Interesting. It says where I have it completed. Although I guess it's counting the base game. These maps do look to be familiar, probably repurposed from the base game. The typing game. Well, we gotta keep ourselves occupied somehow until the sequel rolls out. Shouldn't be too far off from now, considering that, well, we're well within the second half of 2026. It was a poor time to pick up Berserk, but hey. We can make it work. The music instantly stops the moment there's no enemies in the immediate vicinity. So as we move forward, we unlock weapons. Got it. And that's how the difficulty scales. That doesn't really stop us from picking up ammo for future guns in advance, which is neat. Saves us time for prep work. Yeah, as far as what kind of enemies we're fighting, it's pretty much the way the base game is paced around. On what basis do you classify the run as complete when there's still enemies left alive? I wonder how you get that open up. Maybe pick up some keys through later waves. Sure enough. Well, before Forges of Corruption came out, if you still had an appetite for more Boltgun, this would be your pastime. Honing skills in Horde mode. Embracing what the game is about, which is intense arena fights. There's definitely gonna be some bosses to fight the further you get. Again, depends how Warhammer is structured too. Could be split into separate stages. Yeah, I figured you'd be here to wrap up that wave. No, sweet. Hey. I do like how far out this map is. Because the keys not only give you access to new weapons, but actually open up the arena more. Increasing your maneuverability. Holy smokes. Almost picked that up by accident. Too valuable of a boost to waste it that early. Look at him go. Look at him go. Did not attend it, but I'll take it. Very awkward angle, but we made it work. Rather reasonable so far. I'll just wait till the big plague toads start popping up. That's when things are gonna go downhill. Told you. Told you about the big plague toads. And an unclean one? Oh, shoot. You know what? Yep. Now's the time. Okay, things are looking a little dire here. Oh, shoot. That was unfortunate. Oh well. Well, not a bad run. Since we did hit a boss. Oh, alright. This is where we're gonna end it for the night. I don't know if I'll be able to continue the midweek streams. Depends how busy I'll be from here on onwards. Ideally, I would like to, because that's definitely gonna make going through 2 concurrent playthroughs smoother. And, well, we'll see. At the bare minimum, I'm sure we'll be able to maintain 1 game per week on the weekend, as usual. So in this case, we'll go back to the Thaumaturge, and Boltgun can be finished after that. So, yeah, that's our immediate game plan. Thank you all for tuning in. Hope you have a good Sunday ahead of you, and I shall see you again when I see you. Take it easy.